Well, welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Onward VRML Season 14 semi-finals. Sorry, a little bit of an issue there on the background, but welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight I'm going to be joined by my co-cousin Minsu. How are you feeling tonight, Minsu?
Amazing. I'm really honored to be on this match.
That's great to hear. So after a very exciting round robins, this is going to be the second semi-final, which is going to be casted. The first one will happen last night on the same channel, so if you want to check that out, I can't remember what match it was. If you can remind me what it was. Siren Soul, what was it again?
Oh yeah, it was OP versus Animal House. Animal House
yes.
managed to win it.
Oh really? That's a that must have been a very exciting watch to see. So I'll probably be checking that out afterwards. But anyway, moving forward, we have Imperial versus Boss Fight. The two EU baddies battling out for this evening to have a chance to play in the finals tonight. Imperial is going to be the home team, getting 2 picks, getting their first 2 pounds down. You can already see, for some reason, there's a bit of a bug on the overlay showing 2 pounds already. So let's just get into the bans, shall we? Playing both the bans, as they should have already been live already. Bans from Imperial are going to be Snow Peak and Shipyard. So what's your thoughts on this, Minsu?
Well, obviously, I'm not surprised that they've banned Snow Peak and Shipyard since, like, Imperial has been playing against Boss Fight since Season 13, and in both maps, Boss Fight did show off a great scores there. They've played thrice on Snow Peak, and it seems Boss Fight won 2 out of it, and they played Shipyard once. I actually remember casting this with Body, I think. Yeah, and Boss Fight also won it. So, yeah, I really think Imperial got clever this time. Those 2 maps were on the Boss Fight side, so...
So those 2 bans which Imperial did ban is going to be Boss Fight's #1 and 2nd best maps this season. These are very important bans for Imperial.
Exactly. Yeah, and also by banning those 2, as I said before, they have they have gone through some losses on those 2 maps. So, well, yeah, I think Imperial chose it well.
Imperial do have some pretty solid bans coming up. Now checking over to the Boss Fight bans. Bans for Boss Fight are going to be Cargo and Egress. So Egress, of course, being the recently added Season 14 map with a recent release this year, and of course Cargo being one of I guess Imperial's all-time favorite maps and how fast and aggressive they can be on that map. But interesting to see why they haven't decided to ban Quarantine, which could be a interesting flaw, because knowing how good Imperial are playing Quarantine, as it is their best map, as I played it 7 times this season and won it 6 out of those 7 times with an 86% win rate. These are very high numbers, so a bit of an odd choice to ban Egress instead. As we look into Egress for Imperial, having a look into Egress, I think they haven't played it once so far this season. No, I cannot see a single play on Egress, so bit of an odd ban Egress, but I guess maybe it might be the right call for them. I'm not exactly sure, but we'll kind of have to see how it will go off in the end. Of course, we'll just have to see. But moving into the first map, the first map is going to be, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be Subway, picked by Imperial. What a great map to start off with.
Yeah, Imperial does play it 6 times this season, and well, they won all of it. Rounds win state of 85%. That is some stat we can see here.
It's Imperial do seem to have Subway down to the T. They won it 85% of the time in every single round they have played, so these are some very high numbers. And checking over to Boss Fight, Subway, they played it 5 times so far this season, won it 4 times, and with an 80% win rate. So how many rounds did they win? On average, they won about 71% of every round they play, so these aren't that bad numbers. So Boss Fight could well and truly have a pretty good chance here if they want to stand up to Imperial. But I know Imperial did play Subway twice in the round robins for the EU side, and they beat both the team, which was Sliver and Fortis, rest in peace, in those matches. So clearly it's clear to me that Imperial are definitely going to be powerful coming up to this map. I had the opportunity to experience the Imperial Wrath on Subway firsthand, and it was not a nice one. It was not a nice one, I can tell you that much.
Oh, it must have hurt a lot to say
Oh,
like that.
it was a very painful match and a very sad defeat to see, but anyway, hopefully we should be starting very shortly. Are still waiting on a few more players from boss fight. If they take a little bit too much longer, we might have to see our first map forfeit, which would be a massive, that'd be very unfortunate and very upsetting to see if boss fight has to forfeit the first map. I would be very upset to see that happen. But as we are waiting for teams to confirm what is occurring and to see if Bossfight can get their third and fourth and fifth player in, what's your thoughts for tonight's match, Minzu? Who do you think is going to win?
I'm really not sure since, since these predictions I've made so far, they weren't really accurate. Let's just say I don't think, I really don't think I should make predictions anymore. Or at least until the season ends.
Well, it can be anyone's game. Of course, checking into the Season 14 stats, Imperial lost a boss fight recently, and that was with the match you, of course, regarded. Imperial lost in 9-10, so they would say, despite having 1 point extra, they still lost against boss fight. Now, let me just quickly have a look into that match so we can kind of look and talk about it and see if there might be any semblance happening tonight. So check it over to the website. The maps they played during the match were... It actually appears for me if it wants to. Okay, thank you for not working the website, but I guess we'll never know what the maps will were, so that's great to see. But it does appear that the boss fight players are now starting to file in, so I think Imperial are being nice to them and allowing them a few extra moments just to get those people in, but would really like to see what maps they played in that match.
Yeah, I recall that last map was Shipyard. On that exact match we are currently addressing to.
Well, we'll have to see. Say, the website doesn't exactly tell you what maps they played during that match. It only shows you the matches, like the maps they played, like overall, not just. So it's a little bit upsetting. I can only assume they played Snow Peak, Subway, and maybe Quarantine. Okay, I can say that they played Snow Peak in Subway. That's all I can really justifiably say in some ways, but that's a little bit upsetting to not being able to have, but it doesn't matter too much. But we are waiting on one more player from boss fight and we can get straight into the action. I am looking forward to this. Of course, this is going to be one of my my oldest all-time favorite maps. It's not as much as it used to be. Subway is a very nice map. It's very well made. It really kind of comes down to how you play it. You know, Subway is a very common spot, like typical map. So things like some certain angles and holds are very common. So we might see some very strange and out of nowhere angles coming from Imperial and boss fights for to have the chance to surprise their enemy in some ways. Of course, if checking over to the gameplay scene, shall we, as we are waiting for both these teams to get ready, the first map, or the first objective is going to be the Freeway Alley South and Says objective. This is going to allow Imperial quite a juicy opportunity here if they want to try to get a cap down on the first map. That would be a very great start from either side if they can secure that first 2 points, if they could go for that cap, but it could be very nice to see if Imperial are going to be the ones to take that. But taking over to the other side here, looking over to main, of course this is going to be the overpass entrance and exit, so we might see boss fight maybe go for a super aggressive push into overpass. It could work out. Of course, it's really dependent on the type of spawns they get. Of course, there is going to be 2 spawns for this map, which is the center platform spawn, and over here, if we have a little look around, you do get the northern spawn, aka the quick spawn, which allows the attacking team, the Marsok team, to rush quickly into China Market and to secure a Del Alley and of course the overpass in main. I think it's called East Street. I can't really remember, but it does allows of course the attacking side to kind of secure this street instantly so that they can push up and try to get to that objective. Of course, we do have the common spots being, of course, bins, a very common spot to where you see players, and of course you've got Flower Pot, a super important job for someone to play, as it allows them to listen to footsteps through China Market to distinguish if they're going through a dull alley or they're pushing up main. But what do you think? What type of play style are you expecting to see Imperial to play? What do you think, Minsu?
Hmm. No, I'm not quite sure about their playstyle yet. So I only know that from my recalls that they do play a their playstyles are quite aggressive. So yeah, they might push out. Yeah, I do agree that on that point. But yeah, I'm not quite sure where they would place the defenders on. This map is this map. If you try to find this map has a lot of spots you can actually hide on. So
There is very many amounts of spots to where you can hide as an attacker and a defender, so would be interesting to see how they will be playing it. Not sure, because it has been quite a while since any form of thing has been stated. Okay. Some minor issue going on between these teams currently about how long some players took to get readied up. So unless we get any form of confirmation regarding what is going to be occurring, we might have to go into a short intermission break. Very sorry to say this, but that sometimes there is issues of players, and it does appear that due to the player missing, we might just have to see something occur. Mods are now trying to sort out the situation, so for the short moments we're going to go into a very it's hard to kind of tell at the moment. We'll kind of just have to sit on ice. You never really know, because it kind of looks like it's resolved, but it might take a bit longer as mods and kind of the teams are discussing it. But anyway, as we are still sat here, what do you think, Minsu? What are the next maps? What do you think Boss Fight is going to pick? Knowing the bands, knowing their favorite maps, what do you think they're going to play?
don't know. Maybe they would go for quarantine. Oh, but we'll have to check out that a little later, since I think the round's starting up.
Yep, making our way over. It is going to be the first round. Of course, Boss Fight has to do a 4v5, unfortunately, due to missing a player, but we'll kind of have to see how they will be coping with it. Imperial are going to be getting the northern spawn, which I did mention is going to be the quick spawn. This is going to be allowing them to kind of move around here. As we're watching Boss Fight get himself ready, Radar here is going to be crossing the street, free firing around. Can he get into overpass? He doesn't go for over the pass push. Checking over to 24 Grey. A Phantom, which are going to be pushing through Adult Alley here. Both these teams, they are playing very defensively by the looks of things.
Yeah, that really seems to be the case, which is kind of odd. Imperial should... Considering Imperial, I did expect some early kills by this state, but no.
No, it does appear that both sides are going to be playing rather reserved, not trying to get over peaky. For Boss Fight's sake, it's understandable because they are a player down. I cannot risk it too much, but for Imperial, they have the numbers advantage here. They shouldn't be playing so defensively, but might be maybe a downfall. But see, some shots are coming out from Phantom, gonna clear out Adult Alley. It's just very slow coming forward.
Oh, this might be risky if there is any C4 placed around their spawn. Flash
Nice.
goes out. Abato is definitely flashed.
Very nice flash from Little Sayonara there.
Oh, he should be careful now. They started as 4 vs 4, nice, but because of that shot, his location has been compromised. Oh,
Ooh, nice angle there from Leo, taking the pick onto Radar Head. Now Snooper and Sayonara in a little bit of an engagement here. Might see a nade on top of Sayonara's position.
yeah. Usually that position is really hard to catch unless you use some utilities. No, it's really at risk, but since they have managed to catch Radiohead, who was actually supporting Little Sayonara on that main alley defense, so maybe Imperial would go aggressive. They would just push up to Little Sayonara, make that angle, and well, from then on, it would really be a battle between their no, battle between their close quarter range ones. Oh,
Oh, out goes an early C4. We're going to be seeing two forms of action going on between Gray, Legil, and of course Snooper and Leo. Lil Sayonara is just kind of stuck in that angle here. He's just trying to catch shots, but all he's doing is just delaying the inevitable.
seems to be the case. Gray and Phantom Operator really are being careful. There are no more threats of C4, but yeah, they are really pushing slowly. Phantom Operator watching Gray's back.
Ooh, nice pick there from Snooper on the Sayonara, leaving it down to a 2v4. Going for Imperial's favor. We might see the girl come around the corner. Oh, take some shots off, but do not land on anybody. We are going to be seeing quite an aggressive push coming up here, leaving Scooby-Doo and Legil, the last one, standing. Of course, they are going to be watching out for any C4s, any form of like trap setup. We are watching Leo and Snooper push through main. Leo does go into overpass to kind of clear it out.
That is important at this state. You couldn't really put anything on risk. There might be some flanker coming around.
Possibly, it does appear Legil is trying to go for a aggressive, maybe push here to defense. This could be a risky play. It could end up in his favor. Phantom is, of course, watching the angle from far down the street. Of course, Gray is the closer one, which is making all the noise. 1 minute and 30 seconds remaining. They do have time still.
I think Leo is now aware that Phantom's all the way down that alley. Gray wasn't poking out, so Leo must have been shooting at Phantom.
Oh, out goes a smoke from Gray onto Dull Alley. The girl is still holding the angle at the power box. This is an uncommon angle, which may work out here. Phantom creeping up on the right side. Will he be able to spot Legil if he picks out? Legil comes out, is going to be absolutely obliterated. And it's going to be and Scooby-Doo
nice.
finished off by Leo. What a first round, yeah.
That really was amazing. I actually recall Imperial's interview about their team, how they play it out, how they like to play it out. Yeah, and I know that some viewers right now would remember Nightfire calling this out, but Phantom did mention that his team, Imperial, liked to stack things up and push in.
Yes,
At
Imperial.
the last moment.
Imperial do follow the mindset of the old school EU Onward format, which to anybody which is still in the chat, which did start in an earlier season, I'm talking like below season 10, they will know about the classic EU playstyle, which would be to finally push at like that last minute to take advantage of, like, I don't know why they would really do it, but in the old EU way, it's like every single team would take it super slowly, not playing at all aggressive, playing super reserved and slowly, moving up into position. And it's just that last minute, the entire assault comes out, all the utils thrown, all the aggression comes out, and it worked. It was just because it was such an organized instant push for a defender side. You know, you kind of can't expect a 5-man push when, you know, you're holding so many different angles, and a map like Snow Peak, you know, it's challenging. If you're in that north in hangar and you now suddenly have 5 people pushing, people from the lake, people from, of course, main and through the north, you just have so many angles to kind of take aware of, and it's just very difficult. But enough of me rambling away. Let's get into the second round, shall we?
If they're not main, immediately they're going to swing from west.
Right. It seems Boss Fight got the platform spawn as well. I do believe Imperial had this spawn, right?
Imperial got the northern quick spawn,
North
and
spawn, yeah.
Boss Fight do have their 5th in, so should be an interesting third game now.
Right, off we go. We have Abato and Snooper pushing up the main street. I actually saw a C4 being placed somewhere there. I'm not sure where it was placed though. Yeah, Boss Fight should be careful about pushing up through the main, since just this previous match on the NA side, we did see a C4 catching all 4 players at once.
Yeesh. Sometimes it does happen, but Imperial, they do appear to be playing aggressive on their defense. Little Sayonara is now coming out of service tunnel. Definitely heard footsteps. Leo trying to get an angle. Leo is just better. Hits the pick on the little Sayonara. Securing that first pick for Imperial. Of course, Fandom calling out that they come in 2s, which in some ways isn't true. They aren't in 2s. Okay, we're going to see a 3-man push coming through northern stairs, and we are seeing Radiohead by himself, which this might be a bit of an issue for him. Being alone on like a map like Subway, it's hard. Refrags on this map are king, so not having that ability to get a refrag if you get taken out is a little bit concerning.
Okay, Radar seems to be pushing the overhead passage right now.
He is going to be shut down though by Snooper, which he is watching that angle.
Don't know, maybe his teammates pushed the main alley from the north side at the same time. Things could go different. Yeah, but
Possibly.
Yeah, but for this moment, yeah, it really seems difficult for Radar to succeed on his push.
Because Snooper's position is going to catch out Radarhead, because if Radarhead comes out trying to take out a Botto, you know, Snooper has just a clear sightline of him, but what he doesn't know is that there is a 3-man push coming out of northern stairs here. Phantom and Leo are watching it though. Once Leo catches one player, he is gonna absolutely let it rip, and he might catch someone off in this tie angle he's holding.
Yeah, that angle is... Yeah, that angle is really accurately being placed by Leo, I might dare say. Yeah, that angle is quite known by now.
Some pre-fires coming out.
Okay, I'm pretty sure Abato and Snooper are aware that someone is pushing the overhead passage.
Don't expose your back to west, Leo, just in case. Yeah, it's not.
You can see them twitching in their defensive position. Oh, it seems Boss Fight are going to push in at the same moment, both from the main street and out from the overhead passage.
We are seeing Radarhead. It's come out of the overpass. Oh, might spot Snooper here. Get the pick on the Snooper. Might get the second refrag onto a Botto. No, Radarhead is playing wise by getting down the stairs. A Botto uses his C4. Doesn't catch anyone off, unfortunately. It's not going to look good for a Botto here.
Flash, I think, maybe have caught Radiohead, but no. Radiohead finishes Abato off.
Still one to my left.
Nice shot. Now Leo is rotating to have an eye on the main street.
Checking onto Phantom, which is about to get absolutely obliterated. Gets Ligil. Might get Mantis here. He is flashed. Out of bullets. Comes on the corner. Oh. He might get the second pick onto Mantis. What a close shave coming out from Phantom. Are going to be seeing a little bit of a fight going on with Radarhead. Radarhead is going to take out Leo, and what appears to be Greg gets a pick. Phantom Head. Well, Phantom's going to be taken out. Phantom Head. We are going to be seeing 24 grade, the last one standing, trying to watch this objective here.
It seems Mantis has also rotated, decides to join Radiohead and push up the OBJ from this side. Together, maybe.
I'm going to be seeing a flash, which is going to hit Gray in the face. Oh, Gray goes wide, unfortunately, but is going to be taken out. Bit of a excited call out there from Boss Fight at the end of the round, but disappeared, but unfortunately, Imperial, they got absolutely like hammered on that round on the defense. They played so aggressively and it almost worked, but just boss fight really kind of put it all together and in the end takes the second point, going for themselves.
Yeah, if you check out the KDs, Radar outstands all players 4-1. No, in his team, him and Mantis are the only ones who actually had a kill all throughout the map. Mantis has 2 kills, 0 deaths, but yeah, he did join only this round, so no saying on that. On the Imperial side, Phantom, Leo, Gray, Snooper has the kills. Leo stands out the other, though it's stands out only to 1. Others having 2 kills, Leo having 3 kills. Definitely those two, Leo and Rita Hayat, are currently the main players in both sides, it seems, on this stage. Anyway, but we've just finished round 2 on map 1, so yeah, the stats could change any moment now, but anyway, we have a relocation of OBJ. Oh, this is one of my favorite.
Oh, you like this objective. Many people don't like this OBJ that much because it's very difficult to attack, as it is a very bulk-sided objective. It is going to be the basement objective. Boss fight going to be having their first time defending it, as they are going to be on the Volk side. They get themselves ready. Are going to be seeing 3 people push south and going to watch that service tunnel in Red Room. Maybe go rush up into the central platform, which could work out. Checking over to Imperial. It does appear it's going to be a 5-man push into the basement.
On the left side, Gray, not the right.
It's going to be interesting.
Yeah. Maybe we'll be seeing, some pre-fires onto that stairway. Yeah, I'm familiar with this tactic.
I just want to really appreciate how well organized Imperial are here. They are playing so organized and correspondent to the team. This is really remarkable to kind of see it. You don't often see this level of organization coming between teams, but now Oboto needs to kind of check Yellow Generator. Oh,
no,
he walks
it's not
right by
checking
it. This is gonna be, oh no, this could be huge. Little Sayonara.
Sayonara is really taking his time.
It could be huge for him. If he pushes out here, he has 3 players. Oh my. Scooby-Doo probably has a C4 linked up somewhere. Not in the default position by the looks of things, but... Little Sayonara comes in the corner, does take out 1, but unfortunately can't get more than 2. No! Little Sayonara, you almost could have had that. A little bit of aggression coming out there to Gray for not holding the angle properly. Unfortunately, it was a Bottle's fault. It was a Bottle's fault.
He was there from the beginning.
Of course. It just seems a bit of a miscommunication to how he got into that position. Scooby-Doo, us having a lovely chat. That is a very hidden C4. I just want to regard that.
Yeah, it has not been disarmed.
That C4 is great because it's not going to get taken out by the nade because of the range. If all Imperial are pushed out into main, into the rack, they could all be taken out like with 1 C4.
Yeah, they should really be careful on this. And then even leaving out that C4, Legal, Scooby-Doo, Mantis, all are having an angle there. I mean, look at the lasers pointed there.
It's it looks like a dodgy club. There's lasers everywhere. Also, just want to comment that Radarhead is by himself going for a flank right now. He's on a mission by himself. He's going down the Marsork spawn. Hopefully Scooby-Doo isn't too quick to press that trigger. If he's able to take out 2 players with the C4, even if it's just a down, it's massive. Oboto's going to be pushing out. He's going to be taken out though by the C4. And then comes around the corner, ends up with a trade. Miguel and Snooper end up with a trade as well, leaving Mantis.
Yep. Yeah, though I'm pretty sure Gray is aware of some. Oh no, Gray is not aware of it. Raiderhead might be able to finish Gray off.
Raiderhead's kind of swooping in behind.
Yeah.
Oh,
Gray is going for that revive. Did Gray hurt this?
oh
Yep, he did.
no! Raiderhead scuffs up. Gray's gonna go for that revive if he can. Let's get the secured revive onto Boto.
How many dead?
Now gonna be Mantis, last one standing if he wants to win this.
And time does be on the Imperial side this time. 2 minutes are enough for Gray to rotate. Gray and Nabato to rotate. Choose another point to breach in or break in.
I believe they are going to. Boto is going to stay behind inside a red room, and Gray is going to probably push through main terminal. Oh, no, Boto's joined them. I believe they're going to come down the northern staircase, the northern basement stairs, if Boto's not pushing with Gray here. That's my idea of what they're going to be doing here. And if we look at Gray, he has pushed through the service tunnel door.
The basement.
Nope, they have made the final decision to push through basement as a definite. Gray needs to look out now. Gray, Mantis needs to look out. Gonna have 2 players push him in a moment. He needs to kind of be watching this angle tightly. That goes a nade.
Fired. Oh, that flash was a little short to catch Mantis. Gray now on his bellies.
Gray's doing the right thing here. He is playing the off angle. If Mantis doesn't prepare for this, you know, he might catch a Boto. That goes a messed up flashbang. Gray is kind of swooping in here. He jumps up and will be taking out Mantis. With that angle, does cut out with his shouts and screams. They are happy. And that is going to be the second point for Imperial.
Amazing. Just amazing.
I just really want to talk about how coordinated and organized that initial like 5-man push was. How well made it was. It's just something about watching Imperial play. You can tell that they've clearly been sat there on the free roam, going with it back to back. Know that every player knows where they need to be, know where to stand to not be shot by the pre-fire. You know, you can just tell when a team has been practicing.
Exactly, it's really different. You being alone, a star player, that is great. That also needs time. You need to like get used to all the skills, some not in-game skills, but working as a team. That's a whole another level. That's a whole story of a whole another level. You really need to spend time with your teammates, know their ways of pushing into this corner. Maybe, usually he likes to prefer to go first, so I should cover him on this angle. Or, he's covering this angle, so I could go freely until this point. Yeah, that really doesn't come out easily. You really have to know each other, and that really takes time. And it definitely seems Imperial are doing amazing on that side.
It really comes down to how the team play style, you know, comes together. But things you will find if you are going to be joining VRML or like an Onward team at all is that there's only so much a single player skill can get you, because you know any single player is going to get beaten by a well coordinated team, even if they were really bad at aiming, because aim doesn't really help you when you have a team that's just holding triple angles on you. So something to kind of keep aware of. But making our way into the 4th round, so we're going to do boss fight. I'm going to be seeing a different play coming out here. I'm going to be seeing Scooby-Doo by himself. Scooby-Doo, where are you going? By himself, probably going through overpass, I can imagine. We're going to be seeing Phantom and Leo pushing out into Red Room. Leo is being aggressive. I would be super worried about Leo right now, as he's going to have multiple contracts on him. Great, just take out Mantis. Just to confirm, it's going to be taken out though from Radar Head.
Although by this angle, if Leo or Phantom pushes up, they could catch all boss fight members in surprise, but no. They have. I don't think they have chosen to push out.
So that was a surprisingly super good angle coming out from Snooper here, which gets the pick. I forget on 2, but he does hold quite a nice angle. Boboto is kind of trying to get rid of that smoke so he can help the team. It appears that they are going to be pushing down. Leo comes out. No, Ledger comes out. Does take out Leo.
Left.
They are pushing to the objective now.
Right.
It's just a Bozo
Flashlight
here.
should be careful. Phantom should be careful.
Oh, they can get the cap. Boss fight's going for the cap.
Oh my god, tablets out.
Can boss fight get the cap? And that's going to be a boss fight cap. Oh, Imperial.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
Imperial. Your aggression bites you in the butt. That is so unfortunate to see. That is going to be 2 points going to boss fight with an out of nowhere cap redeeming themselves. What a ender for that.
Exactly.
What a result for boss fight.
You really shouldn't forget, boss fight was around here since, was it season 2?
They started in season 2. They have been here since the Dark Ages.
Yeah, members could have changed throughout time, but those experiences should be taken into some consideration, respected.
I believe the roster for boss fight has changed, a fair bit. It's natural, players will lose their enjoyment of the game, will stop playing it. If you do look at the previous records for boss fight, they have had a load of players over the span. They even had Mr. Death, which was a DPI employee, of course Viper, and of course Icy Woods, a few notable names. 24 Grey, which is also playing for Imperial now, was on boss fight previously. Of course you have Hoochie. I'm just going off people which I know, but there has been multiple people in the past, like Woods, who have been playing since the Dark Ages. So these are super important figures which were on boss fights. So it just kind of comes to show how important boss fight was in the old days, and they still are. They are I believe the 3rd ranking team. It's a powerful accomplishment. They're not as dominant as they used to be. They used to be, of course, as people remember, getting #1 place, but NFI swooped in, took that position off them, and now Imperial pushed them down to 3rd. But we might see a boss fight redemption coming up in the next season. You never know. Boss fight, and it comes to the matches, it's really up to how the team's feeling. We might see a master team get deranked to bronze one season and get up to master again next season. It really comes down to how your team is, how committed and how well they're playing. But enough of me rambling about that. Hopefully we should be starting very shortly. Possible timeouts coming out here. Okay, there is going to be some form of timeout as both players. There's going to be a few boat kicks coming around here. Not exactly sure to what's going on. Hopefully there won't be any form of timeout and we can get straight into our 5th round. But what do you think this round's going to end up being, Mitsu? Do you think boss fight are going to win it on the defense? Or do you think Imperial is going to secure it and get that 3rd, leading us to a tiebreaker? What do you think?
I don't know. The OBJ is quite interesting. OBJ Underground, the Chinatown one. This is one of those easy to approach, but I might say easy to approach, but really hard to get in. Like right next to OBJ.
Say, of course, the China market, which you like the basement. I love the China market objective. It's one of my favorite objectives to defend and attack on. Something which I feel like teams don't utilize enough is the northern push. This is maybe just me coming from a player which is a bit of a lunatic, but you often don't see people push north. And because of that, you don't often see multiple teams using consistent strats for the northern side. So if you have one player which has a death wish and you just send them up through north with an LMG and just sit them there just to pre-fire through smoke whilst the team pushes up through main or through the adult alley, that can help them as cutting off that connection to the rest of the objective. It's really helpful, and if you as the person in the north can take out 1 or 2, that helps the team get closer to that objective. They want to try to get that cap, because as you can see just there previously from boss fight, caps are really important. They get you 2 points for free And in the game of Onward, as it is best out of 4, getting 2 points compared to 1 is a massive difference.
Yeah, exactly. Also, that north push, you know, if you aren't careful enough, this could also end up as a cap. Recently found out that if you actually crawl all the way up to the OBJ from the north side, you can actually, if you like pull your arms out, you can actually safely punch in the codes without your arm being seen.
It's something you can do, which does surprise teams off guard. I haven't seen it personally much myself because, well, teams don't normally defend north for some bizarre reason, which, you know, I guess it makes sense. North is legit just a massive, it's just an alleyway of death. It's a straight line. There's no real cover. Only takes one nade or one guy who's persistent with the PKM to shut down any form of push. But, you know, we'll have to see. It will take in quite a bit of time on both sides. I'm not sure if there's some form of disagreement occurring between teams about the previous rounds, or if any form of like timeout being called. I haven't received any form of messages, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, though both teams are all readied up, so.
I'm gonna quickly message the captain and see what's going on.
Well, then I guess in the meantime, this might be a good chance to give a quick call outs to our sponsors for VR
yes.
and VR Cover, which has been a consistent sponsor for VRML League, and also our sponsors for the prize pool of this season.
Of course, massive shout outs to all of our sponsors for helping what we do here as a league and funding the community events like the season finals with the prize pool, which is, let me quickly just check the official prize pool. The prize pool for this season is going to be 3,240 USD plus with some additional prizes, so still a pretty juicy prize pool if you do win it.
Well, off we go. It seems maybe Mantis versus Leo and Abato might be the first battle we should be tuning in.
Oh, what a dirty trade. Dirty trade there with Leo and Mantis getting that double trade down, but we are going to be seeing Radar Head and Little Sayonara, which are in the south, which this is interesting to kind of see, but it may work out here.
Holding south? I don't know. This could be dangerous.
It's risky because, well, Imperial got capped on because they were playing too open, so they could happen again to them. If Phantom and Snooper, if they are quick on the aggression and they rush past Legil and Scooby, they have enough time to get to that objective and get a cap down.
Yeah, and it's unlike the previous round. If Imperial managed to punch in the codes, this map will be theirs.
And that's kind of the power of it currently. Imperial, if they got that cap, that would be the best result for them, as just like that, it would be over. We do see Phantom and Operator, who is trying to bait out any C4s. This is a common tactic you do see with higher level teams, where they try their best to avoid any C4s due to the common C4 spots which are often used. They're kind of just now waiting for the first engagement to begin.
Sayonara is actually rotating to watch the back alley, so whoa. Phantom and Snooper should be careful.
Shots are coming out from Phantom in a normal pre-fire spot. Quickly just trying to turn on my my aircon. It is boiling hot in here. Oh, down goes Phantom from the Gill. They were trying to get that refrag, but unfortunately is unable to. Gill's holding a very nice angle here.
Phantom down. That means Abato, Gray, and Snooper are the last remaining attackers on Imperial side. Oh, and there goes down Abato.
So Abono has this weird obsession with playing in the overpass, but I think it worked out.
I killed one up and over.
An excellent nade from Radar. Let's get that confirmed. Confirm a bit of an overstatement, to say at least. We are going to be seeing Snooper trying to rotate back to imagine to try to get to Gray. If Gray plays this well, you know, Gray has an open objective if he kills Scooby. And if he was sneaky enough, he could just cap straight away. But I imagine Scooby-Doo is on that north, and if he hears the tablet come out, he would be swooping around the corner. Show no mercy.
Okay, listen. Yeah, I wonder. I believe there has been kill counts made by the boss fight side. So, why aren't they? Yeah, why are they still so spread out?
They are. My only answer to that would be they are trying to be reserved and not being pushy. I guess the reason to why they're playing how they're playing is because they're holding so much. It means that they don't have to worry about them getting surprised on. But now we are seeing people push from the north, and Scooby-Doo is going to be instantly calling out to this team. Going to be picking up that smoke though. I'm going to push it back. Does manage to move it, but does get down by his own grenade, unfortunately.
Which means the other defender should return. Oh, and then
Gray's tablet in hand. Oh, Gray is going to get put out of his miseries by C4, and down goes Snooper by Legil through a pre-fire, and that is going to be a boss fight secured win for the first map. What a way to end it off.
Yeah, we really thought, Imperial had the upper hand.
I really thought that Imperial were going to be securing that cap. I got very excited. It was going to be like, oh my. I was so looking forward to it, but no, it does appear it is going to be overall a boss fight first map win. This is a little bit bad because this is Imperial's map pick. They chose this map expecting to win it. So it is not going to be good for them, as they now have to be on the mercy of boss fight on their map pick. And if boss fight choose a map which Imperial aren't good at, you know, this could be dangerous and pretty bad for Imperial. But I do imagine there might be a rehost on the next map coming out from boss fight, but it's a 50-50. There does appear to be 1,000 vote kicks going on in the lobby, which is just the stereotypical from the EU side of things, but I believe they are going to be expecting a rehost, as Imperial are leaving very angry. And we'll move on to our next map. So what do you think then, into put your votes in. What you want for the first map, or the second map I should say?
I'm not sure. Maybe we could be expecting Quarantine. I know that Imperial are good at it, but checking the stats, boss fight had one thrice played between these teams, and boss fight actually won 2 out of it. And the rounds win rate are 75 to 25. So, yeah, I think we might be expecting Quarantine, but no, I don't think. I think I have been wrong again.
Okay, I have to quickly reopen up Onward, because Onward is a perfect game which has no issues or bugs.
All right, I won't put out a spoiler.
But you're teasing me now. I want to know what the second map is. I'm looking forward to this. I was not expecting the outcome that came forth. Boss fight came out of nowhere from the 2-1 and just collapsed Imperial. You know, it can be anyone's game now. And the next map, oh, my least favorite map in the league. My least favorite map, but it has to be played, unfortunately.
You might have guessed by this.
Anybody who knows me will know what map it is now.
By this reaction, yeah.
Sadly, ladies and gentlemen, it is going to be Downfall. very upsetting to see Downfall being played. I despise Downfall. I have too much PTSD from being shot from across the entire map, clearly. But it's going to be Downfall for the second map, going for boss fight. And, you know, in some ways, it's a bit of a random pick out of nowhere. But if we have a look into boss fight's history, it's a bit odd because Downfall hadn't really been a map they consistently played. Unless,
Yeah,
I mean, the last, yeah, it's random. I mean, in season 12, they played Downfall, the third most played map, but in the past 2 seasons, they barely played Downfall, unless this is like their plan for this evening. Maybe, as bizarre as it sounds, maybe they have planned to play Downfall and have been focusing all their efforts onto it, not expecting Imperial to be expecting this type of map. But it's a bit of an odd choice because I know Imperial, they're great at Downfall. It's like their backup map when they're not playing Quarantine. Downfall, they are the Downfall destroyers. They have Downfall marked down to a T. So this might be a rookie schoolboy error coming from boss fight, but we can only kind of tell. Moving up forward.
Yeah, we'll eventually have to see the outcomes. No, we were pretty sure that Imperial would have. Yeah, I for one was pretty sure Imperial would win Subway, but well, we've just seen the outcome, so.
So it's a bit of a odd one, but I feel like I think Imperial are going to beat this map, and we're going to be left to a map 3 decider. That's what I'm thinking, and I think the third map is going to be bizarre. I've got a feeling, got an extreme feeling that the third map going for Imperial is going to be bizarre. If I'm right, I deserve a gold medal and a bottle of fresh PVA glue because I feel like this is how it's going to end up. Imperial are going to beat boss fights 4-2 on Downfall, and we're going to see a 3-3 tiebreaker on the last map. That's what I'm expecting. I can just feel it. I don't know why. I have like some fourth sight telling me this information.
Well, we'll have to check it, as I said.
Definitely isn't
The
a rigged
outcome will
match.
tell. Yeah, the outcome will tell.
Definitely not a rigged match. But now, going over to the gameplay, see, onto round 1. It's going to be the Western blah 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 Black Hawk ejective helicopter mobile house. Yes, that is a call out. Do not fact check that. Checking over the boss fight, they are going to be getting the northern spawn, which does allow them lots of freedom on how they want to push this.
Yeah, and also you'll have to be careful about those, lookouts coming from boss fights. There are really many spawn kills made on this particular spawn point, but no, I don't think boss fight will get lucky on that one. Imperial definitely knows it and has already spread out. They know the limits, how far you can push.
I am scared for Imperial now. You know, I don't know, it's just, I don't know, maybe boss fight could take this. I have no idea, but I still think Imperial got this first map, or second map I should say. We do see quite a stock standard defense, which they have done in the past. We do have Snooper, Phantom inside the middle hotel, Leo in the objective building, and Bodo watching from the Black Hawk building. And of course you do have Grey, which is kind of like that anchor as he kind of moves around a bit. We'll be calling out the south as he's watching that south and valley cross. Might catch out Legil here if he's good enough. Checking on the zoom, he might, as you can see, he gets the shot onto little Sayonara. Oh my, what a great shot. Using that 2x scope, what a legend. Yeah, you take out Legil and Scooby. Scooby Doo.
But he went
What a shot.
I don't know where.
Oh my god.
Both their players have no idea to where Grey is. Oh my, what a shot.
Yeah, that particular defense spot is really useful.
do see Radar Head now kind of approach on kind of a flank. He's made its way through the north. Kind of sneaking up towards a botto here, and he is going to be able to cause some damage. Taking out a botto will be huge for boss fight. But I have to see how he will be playing it. Of course, Obodo is kind of stayed and tucked in, so he's not going to be shot in the back.
Yeah, though once shots are fired, I'm pretty sure Snooper will be able to do some damage, or at least get Raider Head off.
The Radar Head has crossed though. You know, he's outside of Snooper's line of sight.
While I was speaking that meant out, he has safely crossed Snooper's range of reach, and I do believe we have a drone in this guy. Yep, it goes down.
Can assume that is going to be a drone shot out.
And not much of intel, I think it may have gathered, since Imperial Defenders are all tucked in.
This is just a very interesting play come from Radar Head. He's taking advantage of this. Gonna be able to spot a botto soon, but then he has to worry about Grey, which is close to him.
Gray might be able to hear these footsteps from Raider Head.
Botto is now in the sightlines of Radar. Does get the pick. Grey is now aware. Grey's like suspicion ratings are now a max.
One's on me.
Yep, and Leo and Snooper are both looking this direction, which could be a mistake.
Oh, Radar Head almost gets shot in the back though. He is kind of playing a bit aggressively here. I'm going to see an M23 grenade launcher. Doesn't land though. Checking over the outside. He's kind of Radar Head are having a bit of a chat here.
Oh, I didn't catch that one.
Oh, Radar Head's coming in.
Fired. Raider Head coming in hot.
Oh, but Radar is going to get murdered in cold blood.
Now Mantis has that angle on Gray.
Grey's under a lot of pressure here, but Legil. Oh, Legil's going for a
Legil
flank.
is approaching OBJ, but no, Snooper
He doesn't check.
Snooper managed to defend it off. Now Scooby is inside Center Hotel, pushing in. Oh, just imagine if Scooby pushed in a little earlier.
Scooby-Doo needs to take out Snooper here. Snooper is the biggest problem. Of course, my biggest concern is about Scooby-Doo is, you know, is wasting too much of his time. He needs to make that initial push. He goes for it, but is going to be taken out though from Snooper. What? No, Scooby. Unfortunately, no. So I take that back. Scooby-Doo takes out Snooper. I had a weird angle just then. Scooby-Doo just get tagged. Isn't going to be taken out. Scooby-Doo is going to be leading him up with a trade with Phantom.
Which means if Mantis can catch Leo out. Oh no, Gray is returning. Yeah, Gray is returning.
It's all up to Mantis here.
Mantis, you should watch the other angle. Oh,
Leo.
Mantis takes Leo out. Mantis approaching OBJ.
But no!
Oh no.
Unfortunately, Mantis can't not take down Grey or get the cap, and that is going to be Imperial's first point. What a close round. Holy.
Exactly.
What a way to end it off. That is a close round. Checking over to the prediction, we are going to be seeing a 60k prediction in total. This is a juicy prediction streak going on here. Teams are very split between who's going to win this. So I'm looking forward to see how it will go.
Tempting me. Oh, you're tempting me, should I? You're really tempting me.
Just go for it. I'm controlling the predictions anyway. If you want to invest all your money, go for it.
You know, that last bit just warned me off. Sorry.
Anyway.
Talking about the previous round, it really was amazing. Those defensive points chosen by Boss Fight was Yeah, was pretty solid.
So
One
they'll-
flaw I may say is that they weren't able to spot Raiderhead pushing in from north.
I think, honestly, boss fight could have capped if Legil checked left to take out Snooper, and if Scooby-Doo
Oh,
pushed
yeah.
into middle hotel sooner. If that happened, there's no... I don't believe that boss fight... I believe that boss fight would have easily just gone that cap just then. You know, they had the perfect situation to be in. If Snooper was dead and there was no one watching the objective, he can either go inside the building and cap or run on the side. Actually, can he cap in the building? I forget. I don't think you can on that objective, but he gets to that objective and cap.
Yeah, I don't recall you can actually place punching the codes from inside. Maybe from between, but
Yeah, I thought it was the other objective we can cap through the window.
oh yeah.
Adjective. We love that adjective. No, we don't.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
we have a different TS spawn here.
Hey, like anything I say with a bit of criticism, I despise this map.
Why is there another person looking like they're going soft? One person check. Or try and
Alright, we'll have to see how Imperial pushes out and how Boss Fight sets up their defense.
I'm gonna be seeing a 2-2-1 split.
Alright.
It's gonna be quite powerful.
Oh, Raiderhead is pushing straight up the middle. I think his intention is to enter the center bungalow, which, yep, was quickly
Ooh.
stopped by Obado.
Oh,
No, Obado, you should have kept an eye on that.
Oh, that was a bit close. Angle is great from Scooby-Doo.
I've got contact on 2-1 cross.
It's appear that Phantom
Yeah, I saw it.
is gonna have an angle on the radar. Raiderhead is now kind of stuck in that building.
Right inside.
He is trapped and cannot escape.
I'm holding Phantom.
But on the same time, Imperial team will have to take Raiderhead out if they are to advance.
So Raiderhead is holding a good angle because
Come on, guys. What are we doing?
Yeah, that particular defense spawn, once someone gets in, it's really a pain in the, you know where where that I was about to say, but
Guys, you two can't do pair work. Come on.
anyway,
I'm sorry. I'm just laughing about Phantom. He's just abusing the utter hell out of his team. I love that. Oh, Phantom, you precious soul. You can abuse me any day of the week. Do not ever show that clip to anybody else. But no, you know, Phantom does have the kind of right attitude. You know, he doesn't want to have his players doing odd things. I would be so worried for Raiderhead right now. He is kind of stuck in this room. However, if Leo and Aboto go wide trying to enter into main of middle hotel, we would take him out. He's holding the appropriate position, but not really appropriate when you have two players destined trying to kill you. But
right, it's pretty sure that Imperial are determined to clear center bungalow before they can push in more.
yeah, Raiderhead, he's going to be slaughtered soon. You know, he has so many like sight lines onto him. He needs to kind of like position himself in a way to which he isn't being seen. But
Though Phantom
yeah,
Phantom should be careful. There is a laser pointing straight at him from center tub.
yeah, I say Mantis might, because we do see two lasers kind of entering. The angle is Scooby-Doo from Leo, but Sayonara might have an angle onto Phantom if he stands up. Phantom stands up. Oh, Mantis might see him. No, Phantom's looking away, but Sayonara. If Phantom pushes out just a little bit too much, you know, Phantom's gone.
Yeah. But while we were concentrating on the north side, check the south out quickly.
It's the wrong person.
Yeah, Abato and Leo has made that cross.
Time we cross
They are now into lower dumpster building, which is going to be a great anchor point for them.
Lower dumpster, top floor, lower dumpster.
As if they rush middle hotel and get Mantis, you know, this does allow a very good place to be in if you want to try to get that cap. I'm gonna sign over from Phantom. No,
Might
yeah.
have got one heli 2-story.
I know I was just a little bit too peaky there in the end. And he's gonna be punished for it, but Radarhead is still tucked inside of Center
I don't
Bungalow.
believe this.
He's just tucked inside. He is happy
He
to be
refuses
there.
to die.
He is happy to be in this angle right now. Radarhead is just, he is just comfy. He can sit in this angle for like as long as he wants. He doesn't care.
And that really is causing some pain on the Imperial side.
You know, Imperial can't do anything about it. You know, if Leo and Bordeaux push out, they're going to be taken out. And
Exactly.
oh hello, Leo just saw Leo shoot towards Radarhead, but I think that was an accidental shot. No, it's coming from a Bordeaux, I believe. Interesting. You know, what are they gonna do? You know, Radarhead is still tucked inside. They've just kind of just left him. They've given up on trying to kill Radarhead.
Yeah, I believe
realized-
that
yeah.
shot from Leo was an actual suppression fire, so that Radarhead would be concentrated on his angle,
50
which
seconds.
gives free access to Snooper and the Phantom.
Oh, hello, what was that?
Oh, I was saying that Leo's fires were meant so that Radarhead could, Radarhead was focused on Leo's side, so that he could give Snooper and Phantom a chance to push out.
Oh, well, this isn't good. My mouse is just disconnected.
Oh.
So, if anybody was questioning about the beeping which they just heard, that was the sound of my mouse disconnecting. But as you see,
Kill the north guy.
Mantis is going to be taken out. Down goes the Gill. The cab could go ahead here.
OBJ is open. Radar still has that angle, but Snooper with the tablet out.
But doesn't have enough
Oh,
time. No.
Oh.
And Snooper is going to
Lady
be
for time,
taken
baby.
out.
Just say the fucking lady for
Radarhead,
time.
the menace, coming out in the end to take
Oh my
him
God.
out. Now, this is fun. I have to try to figure out to why
Yeah.
my thing doesn't work anymore. So this is not the best. I might
Well, in
need
the
to,
meantime, yeah,
yeah.
I'll
I might-
be, yeah, I'll be doing a little talking here. Yeah, Center Bungalow, the building. If you're not familiar with the terms, the building where Radarhead was camping all throughout this, or chilling out all through this round, is really kind of a important spot for the defenders. It's hard to get in, yes, especially all the Marsuk side will be watching out for it. They will be watching. They will be watching
expecting it,
and,
yeah.
and yeah, anyone to enter. And I may say it's quite a little far away from bulk spawns. At whichever spawn, whichever OBJ, you really don't have that free access. Someone will just spot you entering the Center Bungalow. But once you get in, then, well, we've just seen it. I may say that the back side of it, where, no, that's not the word for it. The other room, not the room that Radarhead was in, actually has a little more oversight on the full map. But yeah, whichever room you are in, you can really do a lot of damage to the attacking side. I mean, yeah,
You do a
Imperial
lot of
took
damage.
Imperial took all their time trying to catch Radarhead, and this resulted in a shortage of time. Tablet was out, yes. Radarhead did have that angle, but with some aid from smoke, this could have been an easy cap.
Well, this isn't particularly the
Between
best.
hotel and.
Let me just quickly
Well, anyway, that was a
just,
previous round. That's a pass. We should concentrate on the
didn't see anyone go to Northgard.
On the round that's going on right now.
Possible 2 Northgard, possible 2 Center Hotel, but we have no visual on
Let's
any.
see if there's a way I could save myself here.
Oh, is the screen still a problem?
No, it's not my screen, it's my mouse.
Smokes up for a brief moment.
Can we drone that out?
Entirely no longer
What's more
working.
important, because the drone's gonna die first thing I drone.
Oh.
Okay, I don't know. Dude.
So, we just
You-
do any
you decide.
commentary.
Probably, if we know there's no one in Northgard.
This isn't the best
decide,
in the
you
world.
decide.
Okay, I'm gonna run to Southgard.
Right, anyway, the current state is a little sayonara inside the dumpster building. Phantom holding his position on... Oh, no, sorry. Those who are... Yeah, this might confuse the viewers. Okay, starting from the
Yeah, fall back,
defensive
Elite Progress.
side, Phantom on the center hotel roof. Leo in the Halley bungalow. Abato inside the cap building. Snooper on the lower red car. Gray on the north.
fuck us on the
I'm
side.
pretty sure that's called north
Smoke we can cross with.
mansion, was it?
I'm gonna do it.
I think so, yes. Oh, middle hotel you know about.
Oh yeah. A little explain for each spot. Oh, before that, Phantom
Mantis.
catches Mantis out. Well,
Droning Southgard, right?
back to the defensive formation. Gray is actually looking out for any attempts, trying to punch in the codes from outside.
Radar, you know where those shots
Abato staying in
there's
this
a guy on
building
the
means
hotel.
that he will eventually be
Oh.
looking out for
That
anyone
must have been a good night.
crossing around to, or moving around on the north side. This actually surprises me that no one
Sure,
is
so it's
actually
slowly spinning around. Yep.
watching that entrance on the back.
Maybe not. Fuck.
On this particular OBJ, if you manage to go inside the building first floor, you can actually punch in the code from inside.
Okay, north. Mid hotel high. dead
Anyway,
now.
Radar takes Phantom out. Boss
Beautiful.
fight are
Gonna put
pushing
some
in.
suppression- I need some pressure fire on market lower floor, please.
I need to find a second mouse.
Can you
I
put
need
some
to find
suppression
a
on
second
market
mouse. Oh
lower floor,
my.
please, just safely.
Oh,
How bad want this to go?
yeah, apologies instead about this situation. Anyway,
Sincerely, yeah, I was not expecting my
What's the code?
150-pound mouse and mouse
9795572.
mats to disconnect and no longer work. Once I do that, I hope you join me in casting.
okay, actually Radiohead is approaching OBJ. If he manages to take Leo out, OBJ will be open. No, Leo manages to catch him before he goes down. Now Gray should return to OBJ, or at least watch that, watch to see if anyone tries to enter that entrance to the back. Gray takes Leo out. Lil Sayonara takes Leo out. Lil Sayonara takes Gray out, which means boss fight might be able to look for a cap here. Snooper has moved out. And Sayonara doesn't know it. Oh, Scooby-Doo actually catches Snooper out. I thought they would go for a cap here, but no, they just killed all the defenders. And I think I think they just decided to take that 1 point.
There's nothing wrong with trying to get that 1 point, which you can secure definitely. And maybe I might have a mouse now. No, I do not. Okay, find another mouse. Now going into the thing, it's going to be the second point going for boss fight.
All right.
Why is my life?
Oh. Okay.
To excuse
Where
any
to-
technical
yep.
difficulties we are experiencing. It's not how I planned this cast to be going. Stay with full confidence.
Okay. Now, okay. Back to the stream. Boss fight is definitely taking the lead, but could any time. Sorry. But Imperial could take it back anytime right now. We'll have to see how this plays out.
Okay, I have fixed my mouse, barely, but we now have a mouse connected, which, woo. Anyway, yes, now moving forward, just trying to finish off this cast with a broken mouse. Very well done. Second point going for boss fight. I have now fixed it. Whew. Anyway, so the objective is currently the... Oh, I forget what it's called. It's the... I just normally call it the Black Hawk objective because it's right next to the Black Hawk and it's a very open objective which can be very difficult to attack on as it's very vault sided, as there's so many spots and positions you can play as a vault player and lock it down. But making our way into the third round, and the fourth round I should actually say. I'm 1 round behind.
Anyone got any smokes to help?
With the early smoke from Radiohead, and he's trying to go for that cross by the looks of things.
Should have confirmed. Oh.
Unfortunately, Imperial are going to be getting that Marsoc spawn, so they are very far away from this route which boss fight we're preparing for.
Alright. Okay, we have Phantom pushing straight up to the north. Actually, Leo is keeping an eye on that route, but... No, I don't think he'll be able to spot Phantom from that angle. We do have a light... No, he didn't spot Phantom. Okay, since there's no one actually looking directly at Phantom's location, this could bring out some
Take control of the dumpster buildings, and then from there you're going to push in that hotel.
differences.
The Phantom's position is going to be an interesting one as he can push
Don't
through
him by
to
yourself,
upper
remember.
a truck, but he does have to worry about quite a lot here. He does have, of course, Mantis and Scooby-Doo and Radiohead, which will be able to see him. He tries to do anything too aggressively here, so he might try his best to stay hidden. We are going to see some pre-fire coming out from Snooper, none of which are going to be landing as no one's going to be sat inside that building. But interesting to see how Snooper and Gray are staying behind, kind of offering some like leverage for Leo and Aboto. They're kind of offering those pre-fires, kind of watching down these angles, which
Okay, Snoop.
aren't really in their current angle.
Oh. Yeah, it seems to be the case.
Close.
That's interesting to me. Yeah, I know this is downfall, but no kills for 2 whole minutes? Both teams are really playing it the safe way.
They are doing quite an organized push here. I've seen a 4-man push in lower dumpster, getting ready to push through to the middle hotel. It's going to be lethal for Scooby-Doo and Mantis, but they might hold it back. Little Sayonara is being spotted by Snooper, and his position is forfeited. Snooper's trying to get that very nice angle into that window. Not to overpeak it. Is shooting on the bottom floor, which is a very common spot, but we will not be seeing played. Mantis takes out a Boto here from top of middle hotel. Accidentally using too many rounds, which he was intending for. Clearly.
There's one at the cobble wall between the red truck buildings. The cobble wall kind of near the camo tents that radar likes.
Gray might spot. Oh, Gray's gonna get taken out here from Mantis. Very nice shot.
Which side? Which side of red truck?
Be worried about Phantom now, who's trying to find Mantis.
So right.
Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo is... Oh no, Mantis is going to be folded like an omelet. Out here by Snooper. Out goes a C4 from Scooby-Doo. Will not be landing on
We got two
anybody.
here. Someone just
Gray
revived,
is going to be
Vegas' last
revived.
kill.
But he does avoid getting shot in the back. Now checking back over to Snooper, Leo and Gray, which are now trying to push forward now. Knowing there's only one more player inside of middle hotel. Leo is trying to dance with the devil a little bit here as he tries to bait out any shots. He's going to be going wide. Down goes Sayonara from Gray.
Okay, suddenly it's 3-4, but Imperial should be careful. They might be facing another shortage of time. Oh, Green takes Scooby-Doo out. Radarhead should rotate back. The OBJ is now quite open
Got
on
on
the
a red team,
backside.
push.
Watching quite a nice angle from Gray, which is going a bit wide. He's trying to make sure if there's any Volk players out in the open. Leo is getting desperate for that cat, but the Gill, you know, he is going to be the biggest problem here.
Exactly, and by the looks of it, oh, this really doesn't look good for boss fight. Oh, a nice T4. I didn't expect that.
D4 out of nowhere. Nope, just like that, Legil and Redhead are going to be cleaned off, leaving us down to a 2-2 score so far. Now we can well and truly lead up to my prediction here, which is going to be a 4-2 score. So I am. I'm very hopeful to try to see if that will be happening, but it's odd, you know, we are seeing like the last minute decider rounds, which, you know, this is why I despise Downfall. The rounds are just never ending. 6 minutes for a map like Downfall is so long and grueling. Oh my. I know there's many casters and many players which would dream to have the countdown reduced by a minute or two. I'm going to offend many people in the chat by saying this, but I think 6 minutes is way too long per round. But we'll have to see. And yes, people in the chat abused me about my mouse breaking on me, my expensive mouse, which I spent tons of money on. This is my fault for buying some dodgy Bluetooth charging mouse pad. This is just karma for all those times I relied on technology, but
I'm sorry that I wasn't able to vocally explain all the situations going out. I did fumble a lot.
it's fine. It is understandable, really. It's a bit of a mishap, but afterward, it's Downfall. Who cares about Downfall anyway? We can have a bit of a mistake a little bit. Sometimes things happen.
Okay. That being so, we are on to yet another round. And a new OBJ.
No, go south bungalow. Go south bungalow.
Okay.
Watch out for square tower.
This will give Imperial some advantage. These spawn setups. This OBJ is one of those few. No, it's pretty common on Downfall. But anyway, Imperial and Boss Fight did got their spawns relatively close to each other. Nevertheless, Boss Fight are playing it pretty well. They've already spread it out.
Hey, it looks interesting as we are going to be seeing quite a open defense here from Imperial. We do have Leo in Marsoc 1 and Phantom next to the tower, so these are some power positions which to clear out Leo is going to be a definite must, but Phantom's position is a bit of an unusual one. You don't often see people playing inside tower, but nonetheless, first floor tower, so he has decided that he wants to move up now to up the stairs. Might be able to spot a player or two here. Scooby is going to pick out Radar Head.
Upper red, upper red.
Yeah, that's the first kill of this round. I'm pretty sure that now little Sayonara will be aware that someone is inside the tower. Oh, or is he not?
Just don't let them call up.
There is actually a drone right behind little Sayonara. Oh, it flew somewhere else. Imperial are really holding their positions tight.
A boss fight, bit of an unusual attack. They are taking a bit of time here to move up. One is going to be taken out from Snooper, but what is Sayonara doing? He's taking his time to push up here. He could have moved up a lot sooner, but he's now going to be crawling slowly. part of the season 2 energy is coming out. He's taking it slow on the ground, watching.
Any moment now.
If Phantom peeks out, Phantom's gone. A bit of an unusual way to kind of push this angle, but a bit interesting.
No, what interests me most is what's currently happening on the north side.
In front of my building.
Little Sayonara. Oh, he's gonna get shot by Phantom.
Oh, south is more interesting, I guess.
Down goes Sayonara from Phantom as I expected. Scooby-Doo, it's gonna be next.
On top floor.
Yeah, as I expected it, Phantom's gonna be taking out Scooby-Doo, leaving us down to a
-2.
2v5. Mantis is a bit of a Mantis must be scared for his life right now.
Do not let them cap.
Yeah, this really doesn't look good for Mantis. Though, I might say, he's holding it pretty tight.
Mantis is just
But-
trying to take out
Yeah.
Phantom here. And Leo definitely. How much to be
they are-
abused by Nightfire now about that?
Mantis should be careful. If he advances, or... Oh, I think he has an angle on Leo. Why isn't he shooting?
Oh no, shot too soon. Aboto is obliterated there by an M23 grenade launcher. Does throw a smoke.
That
Phantom.
covers Leo. Oh,
Phantom could look down here, but no, he's going to. Mantis is going to be looping around, possibly trying to grab any utility from his teammate. So Mantis's main priority now is just trying to murder Leo here. Oh, it's going to be taken out though. Leaving us down to a 1v5. 1v. It could be a 1v5 in a moment if they get the revive, but a 1v4.
1 minute 30, hold on.
and
Oh.
the time isn't on his side. Oh,
He's trying everything
should
to
dis-
grab that
yeah.
gun. He's doing everything to grab the gun, but he just can't get it. With a
So I have a
2v5
nick of
situation.
4. I mean, he was down though. Gonna
He-
bleed out probably.
I don't know if he's speaking to himself. I don't know if he actually knows the grim outlook of his situation right now. We'll be throwing a smoke. Goes upstairs, trying to get an angle here. Maybe try to take out Phantom, but Phantom spots him. Phantom's aggressive. He likes shooting people.
no, he really should act
Aw.
fast. No. And as
And-
I was picking, Phantom takes the legal out.
And Legil is going to be put down, leaving us with a 3-2 score. We could end up with a 4-2 score like I predicted. I'm calling it. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. If it ends up, I'm buying you coffee, Minsu. I know how much you love your coffee.
Right, that was some round played there.
That was a very
Last-
excellent
yeah.
round. So I am looking forward to the last map. Downfall disappointed me. It's not my preferred map. People know that I don't like Downfall, but I would look forward to the last map, and hopefully my prediction will be right. We'll have to see, but so far this game has been exciting. You know, it's kind of been switching between here. Imperial got obliterated on Subway, and now boss fight are kind of getting smacked around on, you know, on Downfall. It's like their picks they choose, they lose on, so maybe it might be a curse for Imperial, which they are going to be losing their third map pick, but
I don't
No.
know. I might say that both teams were like overly concentrated on studying the others' best maps.
I think it's a bit of an odd one, you know. The idea would be to choose a map that you know you're good at, and by the looks of things, it appears that Imperial chose a map which they are somewhat good at, but boss fight were clearly going to be the stronger components for them. But This map, boss fight chose this map expecting them to win, as it is a classic map for boss fight. Boss fight, of course, being the old school players, so Downfall. It's a map which they know and love from the Dark Ages, but appears that Imperial, despite having the newer structure to it, will be securing it. Of course, this could be all mistaken by the end of this round, and it might be going towards boss fight, but you never really know. They called out a timeout.
Nope.
Okay, I do appreciate. I just been received about like 7 memes about my mouse in my DMs. Okay. Thank you guys for abusing me in my DMs about my mouse. You don't have to tell me, I know. But now moving into the gameplay scene, checking over
Gonna run up.
to
Gonna run up far. See if we can get point. Get great.
Imperial, which are themselves ready on the 6th round.
Right up there.
This is hard to tell. I'm not sure which team has the advantage of this spawns. They were given out by the god of
Do you have any smokes?
Onward,
God of
as
Onward.
Knife calls it.
The God of Onwards is not a good god. The god does not like you in this game. It only enjoys to tease you and annoy you. It does appear that boss fight are going to be crossing safely. I'll be worried about Scooby-Doo though, which his position could forfeit his life very shortly. As we are checking, we do see that Imperial, you know, they have pushed up here, the center. Although, just looking around, looking for people who might have an angle on Legale if he peeks up a bit.
Wait, where's Lil? Oh, this is playing interesting. Lil Sayonara is playing this a little. Yeah, Lil Sayonara is making this round interesting.
Look, he's... Oh, what is this? What on earth is this? He is playing a spot which you have not seen since, as I said earlier, the Dark Ages. Playing with the tanks in convoy, which is something which I wasn't expecting.
Yeah, for a moment I thought he was actually going for the hills, but yeah, that would really have been more amusing to watch, but no.
I've only seen one person once go up the hills, and that one person ended up killing the entire team, so I don't know. I'll be fearful of the hills. Ray is now trying to push up through the north side, as the rest of the team is kind of central and southern based. No picks have kind of come out yet. There's not even been a single gunshot, I believe.
Yeah, the previous round also started similar. There weren't any kills. Oh yeah, there were gunshots on that round.
There was a few gunshots in the beginning, but not since. But it's gonna be slow. Checking over to Phantom and Snooper as they now start to push up. Do they know that his position? If they know that Sayonara is there, that is a that is gonna be a 1.5. If they know that Sayonara is there, I have no idea how, but I guess they must have studied, or might have been an accidental gunshot, or might have saw them cross, but that is not something I would ever check. So it's so weird watching players kind of move around without being able to see what's going on. You as the viewers are given the liberty of being able to watch with all the player tracers and all the tracers turned on, but if we turn them off, you know,
Yeah, it's-
Downfall, it's quiet and you have no idea what's going on. It's lonely and it's deadly.
Anyway, first kill has been made. One down on boss fight side, and it seems someone had a technical issue.
Bit of a player has dropped, which that's not a good sign.
2 minutes 40, guys. Come on.
Yo, could go for it. The objective is
Yeah.
wide open. Right ahead, it's kind of like the only person, and the gill is close to it. If Leo was able to just kind of like wiggle his way through, but the gill is gonna put him down for his miseries. That's gonna be the first pick for boss fight onto Imperial. Bodo will be calling out Legil's position here. But unless Sayonara is taken out, you know, kind of just it.
Oh, this position does give me an interesting scenario. You know, if Imperial manages to throw enough smoke, Legal will be forced to move out, and by the looks of it, Gray will be definitely be able to catch if Legal moves out. And I may say Raider isn't safe as well.
There is 1 minute and 25 seconds remaining. There is still time, but time is worthless if you can't get to the objective in time. And if you get shot down, of course, which then time is meaningless to. But we are seeing a few smokes come out. I think. Oh, Phantom barely avoids death there. Snooper is now probably gonna be taken out. Sayonara is being shot from both sides. It's gonna be picked off from Gray, leaving us to a 2v4 situation. They're gonna try to get to that objective. They want that OBJ. If not, trying to secure kills with only 45 seconds remaining. It really comes down to, can Imperial secure it? Their time is their biggest issue right now.
Exactly. Oh, smokes are now out.
Down goes Radar heads.
Radar head out. Now Legal will have to move out unless he can get the kill. Oh.
2v1. Can Phantom secure this?
We only have 15 seconds to go.
Phantom, get that
Phantom
objective.
is right next to OBJ. Oh, you can actually punch in the codes from that room. No, this will yep, no.
Come on,
7 seconds to go,
Phantom.
6 seconds to go, 5 seconds to
Phantom,
go. Oh,
attaboy! Attaboy, Phantom! Getting that cap. Securing it, making it 5-2 for boss fight. No, 5-2 for Imperial.
what a round being played. If Legal managed to catch Phantom on his way to OBJ, I don't think
Yeah.
Ray would have been able to catch Legal in time, which would have made the big difference of the scores being 3-3. This
upset
is a
now.
match being programmed tonight. Yeah.
Yes, it's not gonna be the 4-2 I hoped and dreamed of. No, I'm so upset.
Oh, so this means I'm getting a coffee?
God, I mean, I don't know. Is it? I forget what I said. You know, I'll buy you a cup of coffee. Yes, I will do. Minsu, I'll buy you a cup of coffee. If you're that desperate enough, I will get you a cup of coffee, my friend.
Anyway, that really was amazing. And why don't we move on to talking about the next map?
The next map, of course. Now, we're now going to be looking forward to the next map. Looking over to what I would hope the next map would be. I still think it's going to be Bazaar. I have a dream, and this dream is going to be Bazaar. I would hope we are going to be seeing players from both sides leaving the lobby, so it's going to be another rehost. On to the third and final map for this evening, and let's see until it's get loaded up. The last map is going to be the last map, ladies and gentlemen. They want to make the lobby, of course, one day.
Alright, and as we wait for the lobby to be up, another call out to our sponsors, maybe.
Yes, you know, I'll take the sponsor this time, but I want to just say a massive thank you to all the sponsors for VRML, because every single sponsor for VRML does help support VRML, even if it doesn't help Onward. It supports every single part of the league. So it's massive shout outs to ProTube VR, VR Cover, HyperX, VRware, Armor, Astron, and Kiwi Design for sponsoring Onward, and of course Onward VRML and VRML in general over the past years has really helped grow the league community, and has kind of made it to how it is now. So people like me who are a bit of a late bloomer into joining the league can kind of come into this big and organized community, which in some way has kind of taken me in, which I'm happy to kind of see. But the current sponsors for Onward at the moment is ProTube and VR Cover, so massive shout outs to them for sponsoring the finals and making the prize pool. and of course any additional bits of cash and any bits of additional funding from the community. Who shout outs to all those people which do decide to support the Patreon and donate straight to VML. So thank you dearly for anyone who does that. It's all appreciated. Every single donation is used appropriately, so thank you all. But now waiting to see what the next map is going to be. After a very long pause of finding out the third map. The third map, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be recently one of my favorite maps. It is going to be Tanker for a third map decider. Imperial coming out with a strong map, a fast, small map, coming back to their roots. It is going to be Tanker. But what's your thoughts, Mintu? Who do you think is going to
this
win
map
this
has
map?
been played between these two teams previously. Once played though, and it seems Imperial did won it. Rounds win rate of 67%. In numbers, that was 4 rounds win versus 2 rounds win. This... Yeah. Actually, Imperial played Tanker thrice this season, won all out of it. Oh, and the rounds win rate is actually on 100%.
Hey, so it could be anyone's game. Say, Jesus, my wrist has been bent backwards to try to use the mouse. But say, I'm looking forward to this last map because I have personally beaten Imperial on this map, and I can say that Imperial are super good at this map, have definitely refined their strategies for it. So being able to see them play this final map, it's going to be a good one. I am looking forward to it. Apparently, I do not have the Tanker image. Yes, I do. It just wasn't being active. There we go. Tanker, final last map. I am looking forward to seeing it. Of course, we are going to be seeing the exact same roster for this final map. So I'm ecstatic. Can Imperial secure the win? Will it go to boss fight on the semi-finals? Is Imperial going to be crowned as the final winner? We'll have to see. Boss fight has definitely been kicking teeth in today. Imperial were not expecting that type of performance coming out on Subway, but
yeah,
maybe boss fight will be before surprises and we'll be taking out Imperial on Tanker, but that is to be foreseen. Oh, as we wait for people to join the lobby and get themselves ready and sorted, be looking forward to see how we're going. But checking over to the first objective, it is going to be the western, guess you can say western container objective in between the blue and the white container. This is a pretty capable objective if you can get quick enough to the OBJ, of course, as it is very far on the defender side. It can be tricky as you do have to push quite deeply into the bulk, defense if you want to have a chance to get close to that objective. Unlike other objectives to where it's kind of a, you can kind of push a small hole, you have to kind of clear out the entire side if you don't want to get shot in the back. So it's going to be a tricky one for Imperial, but with their force and their aggression, which has been seen, they can easily have it off.
yeah.
And in the previous prediction, which is going to be a Imperial win. Sad to say to the 40% audience who did vote for boss fight, that 31k you all committed is going to go to the Imperial voters. Very sad to say. Now, as we start up our final prediction for the third and final map, just kind of have to think, this final map and final few rounds, they mean so much for both these teams. After 14 weeks of vigorous seasonal play, playing against teams, it's kind of led down to this one moment, If they mess up, they will not have a chance to kind of get that first place icon. They are fighting for the chance to win the prize pool and to get that icon, which is the little badge, which is kind of like an icon of honor in the community, having that seasonal winner icon. So I can imagine Imperial and boss fight are trying their hardest. Boss fight trying to reclaim them, and of course Imperial trying to get another one. So should be starting shortly. Are missing a player from boss fight, so possible timeout But I believe boss fight have called out a timeout earlier, so
Yeah, that wouldn't be an option here. At any rate,
as we wait, I might as well start the prediction for the final round, or the final map, I should say. Who do you think's gonna win then? Who right now are you betting to win? Because I have all my money kind of set towards Imperial. I know this team for this map, and I know they are definitely going to be kicking some teeth in, but I don't know. Who do you think?
I really don't know. You know, all these matches played throughout this... Oh, sorry. All those previous maps being played out on this match, it really... No, it's not that their performance confuses me, but it's... Both teams are really good on their own side of things, and then... You know, it really makes me difficult to make this decision.
I understand what you are definitely saying, but you know, hope to gosh that boss fight hurries up, because I need to go soon. That's not good. Just received a bit of a urgent message, so unfortunately I have the hope for the wrap this up shortly, but hopefully it should be a quick last map, as it is going to be Tanker. Tanker, of course, being a smaller map, so you won't be seeing 6-minute long rounds. We can hope. Well, one more player from boss fight, and we should be making our way straight into final map, or the final few rounds. Let's hope. Now, I'm not exactly sure. It does appear that there's no issues going on. Nothing has been said, and we should be moving forward very shortly.
Oh, and there comes the beeps.
Beep bida beep bida beep beep. Beep bida beep bida beep beep.
And off we go. It's a 5-5 start.
Checking over
Thankfully.
with boss fight, which have all their players in, luckily, and are getting themselves ready here. Looking forward to see
Off
how
we go.
it will be going.
Okay, it seems Gray alone will be going for that underground route. Oh, an early
Scooby-Doo.
pickup,
Yeah.
early pickup from Phantom.
Phantom will
Down
be taking out Scooby-Doo. I just want to watch this, but Sayonara and Radarhead are going for a flank. Down goes Radarhead from Grey, but Grey is going to get refragged by Sayonara. Super is going to be taken out as well by Sayonara. That is 3 players. That is 2 players down for Imperial so far. This is not a way they wanted it to end up.
And it seems Sayonara has something more to show to us. No, he's just returning.
Scooby-Doo has still not been confirmed. I think he's in a safe location. He is going to get confirmed shortly. He's able to give us some call-outs to his team. Going to be beneficial.
That slight push from Sayonara may... well, I'm pretty sure it was intended, and if it really was intended, it did made a huge impact on the Imperial side. They had to stop their advance, and it was a really good start, downing Scooby-Doo.
The Gill's trying to go for that revive to secure it. We'll be retreating though, so it's going to be a 4v3. Interesting to see why Imperial taking so long to kind of formulate a push here. There's a bit of Phantom trying to rotate around to his team. The Gill is gonna.
No, I think.
No, the Gill.
I think they're still. They might still be looking for Scooby.
Yeah. Gill is kind of pushing up now. That goes a C4 from Leo shooting it down. Just kind of waiting to kind of see what's going to be happening. They are taking their time here.
Exactly. Yes, this is a relatively small map. It's not like Downfall. I don't think they will be running out of time this time, but... I'm interested. What are they waiting for? Are they waiting for someone to be... someone on the boss fight side, I mean, to get a little anticipated about waiting, holding their position, and to move out?
Yeah.
Still wondering
No,
why
I-
they're taking it so slowly though.
Guys, we're just wasting time here.
I
Should have
think.
team badly.
And that little push from Scooby up
I got a doorbell.
up in the start really did impact a lot. Imperial's still watching out for him, I think.
No, no.
Still waiting, you know, they are taking their time. They have no idea how to push this. With a nade. Does not land from Scooby-Doo.
We need to move soon,
What
boys. Just
they-
watch the rear as well when you move.
What are they, you know, some of Imperial are just taking this super slowly. Shots are coming out. The Gil is going to be taken out, Leo, but he's going to get refragged from Abodo. With Abodo from Mantis.
There's one on the top of the...
There's a flash hitting Phantom in the face.
Am I in cover? Am I in cover?
It surely did.
No, upper body, upper body.
Let's get the
Oh,
revive.
Phantom gets that revive.
He's here, he's here.
Do love the "it's here" call outs. The most detailed call out in history. It's here, and they're here.
He's in the bunker door. We have to move.
Okay, this is going a little slow, really slow.
Is he on the north?
I don't know why they're playing so slowly.
Side. The south bunker inside, on that side. Not these ones, the ones to the east.
They are really checking every corner. Man, that Scooby's flank up in the start really made a huge impact.
They're gonna flash, don't stack.
Flush goes out, a C4 I think has been detonated.
Oh, nice trade there.
Got him.
Gets the revive.
One on the north.
It's 2-2.
Down goes Phantom.
Mantis takes Phantom out.
Abodo. Go for a cap. Yeah, but nope, he is going to be taken out by Sayonara. And that is going to be the first point for boss fight on the third and final map.
What a sight.
It's like to behold, you know, really hoping that we can get through some of these rounds a bit quicker, because I have a bit of a Wi-Fi issue, and my Wi-Fi is actually going to disconnect at 10:30 for like 30 minutes, which is a bit of a random bug I have currently going on. I was really kind of relying on this not to kind of get this late, but seeing how long Downfall took, getting a little bit worried here. Maybe if it comes to a worst case scenario, Minsu will have to finish off the cast, which I kind of a little bit upset to say, but having some major issues at the moment.
Alright, yeah, I hope that wouldn't be the case. Anyway, yeah, let's don't worry about the things that hasn't come yet.
Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
Let's just have to hope that they that these teams do decide to hurry up a bit. They do love using all their time, but we're gonna have to see how it will end up going.
Speaking of which, boss fight does have a lead.
Question in the
Ah,
chat. It's going
yeah.
to you, Minsu. Do you ever sleep? Apparently.
You know, something similar was asked on the Korean Onward community as well. There has been some rumors that I am actually a bot.
I could believe in that. I've seen you around in cars starting at 2 p.m. and then 2 in the morning and about 8 p.m. my time. Are you a bot? Because I don't believe that you ever sleep, or you are an AI intelligence. VRML
Yeah, an
has
AI
employed.
intelligence won't
The
fumble like
VRML
this.
bot has got a little bit advanced.
Anyway, we are looking into round 2, this time boss fight on the attack, Imperial on the defense.
I could be seeing
going
smoke
out.
from hell.
Nerds
Oh
and
my.
artists here.
Smokes
Some
from
early
hell
smokes.
coming out. It's looking
Leo is
exciting.
pushing up. Oh, Leo is actually pushing down. Was quickly
Ooh.
caught by Sayonara. Phantom downs Lego.
Down goes Sayonara. 24 Grey. It is just kill after kill going on here.
Radar head is currently also underground and should be careful.
Radar here is kind of sneaking around, but it's going to be
Nice one,
taken out by
Nico.
Grey, leaving us down to a
No.
2v4. Looper. Oh,
Though,
Looper almost had Mantis there.
did that flash just affect Mantis? No, it didn't. But anyway, that doesn't matter anymore. Phantom caught Mantis out. Which
It's
means Scooby the last remaining one here.
Scooby-Doo, where are you? Being the last one standing. This is not going to be great for him. What's he going to do here? He drops his gun for an AK-12. Hello. Trying to blend him with the enemy to the extreme here. We'll be pushing around.
Flash
Pushing
goes out.
towards-
I'm pretty sure Snooper was caught by it. Or couldn't have been.
That's a lie. No, you're not, Snooper. Interesting. Why? This is such an odd thing to see. Picking up an AK-12. Hello. How often do you see a defender or attacker pick up a defender's gun?
Well, some say that AK is a little better than no. AK-12 is a little a little better performance than AK-5C, but
I guess he did
Don't
have
know.
the AK. Well, he did have the MK, so I guess that is a reason. But he needs to kind of move up now. You know, he's moved this to a position, but this position isn't going to do him any favors if he doesn't, you know, utilize it. But
maybe
needs to
he's
push
waiting
out.
for someone to pop out.
he's kind of hoping that someone will push, but it's not going to happen. What's that? A C4 a pistol? What was that? A fake
pistol, I
flashbang.
believe.
Fake flashbang coming out from Snooper. That's a bit of a that's the first time. Ooh, he's gonna
Catches
take on to
Bado.
Bado.
Yep.
And he
Great
take
quickly
out
turns around for a refrag. Didn't caught it.
Snooper get the pick though. Snooper peeks out here. Taken out here.
Yeah, this is really going tight. Though, let's say that Scooby manages to take Snooper out, but he'll still have to cross that line Phantom's holding. And don't forget about Gray. Gray still has an oversight view of the map. And it seems Phantom has moved his position.
Oh,
Oh,
what a trade! Out of nowhere. Wait for Imperial and boss fight, leaving us to a 1-1 score. Ending off the second round. Now the objective is now going to be moved. Is that the underneath one, or was that the one above? It's going to be the underneath objective. Okay, this is going to be exciting.
yeah. Speaking of underneath, both the first and second rounds played out. We've just seen on that previous OBJ. This underground pusher, I may say, from the defense side, really did some damage to the other side. I mean, previously it was Scooby, and this time was it Gray?
Yeah, I believe so. Ruby and Grey.
Yeah, Tanker is consisted of 2 different levels, and well, you should always be careful.
Or both, yeah. It's a bit odd because sometimes you will find teams which will opt to using them underneath, so then you'll find some teams which refuse to use it, which I don't know, it kind of really comes down to personal preference. I know some teams do prefer to have a control over the top because the top can be a little bit more powerful, but underneath can be great if you can get that flank down. To get one player behind the entire team, then that one player could easily take out 2 or 3 or more. It's kind of like a guaranteed game at that point.
It sure there will be. And that's why I believe they have always... No, both teams did set someone up to watch for the flank. Okay. Right, the round hasn't started yet, but if it's okay, I will make some Yeah, no, I think we'll be seeing a lot of pre-fires going on, especially
Nice.
this. Yeah,
I hear
especially
that
on these
countdown beep
corridors.
anymore. They've played it like 3 times. I swear. Checking over to Imperial, which are getting themselves ready here. Apparently, Minsu, you are Chat GTT or Chat GPT.
Don't peek it heavy. Wait for
Would we be correct in believing this source that you are a AI intelligence which for some reason does things about Onward? You know, I don't judge, but whoever created you has some weird problems of some Onward. Could go for world domination or how to make money, but no. Make me an AI intelligence who can do Onward very well.
Contacts, left bungalow, 1 or 2 contacts right
Okay. Anyway, off we go, and ooh, what have we got? What have we got here? Okay, so no defense from the boss fight side has actually moved up to the upper level onto the deck level. On the other hand, Imperial are pushing both up and under.
Imperial are doing this thing again when they have this strategy to where like 1 minute left on the clock they decide to just absolutely bum rush. I felt this because it happened to me when I was playing before.
Yeah, if you look at the spread outs, Imperial are holding each corridors, making sure that no one's coming from their back, securing their routes, making sure that boss fight defenders are all, let's say, locked in. And then I think after making sure that the enemy isn't like, and it's like the enemy won't be charging you from behind, they will push inside.
Yeah, Imperial are taking this rather slowly here.
Yeah, I do remember recalling the first round, the Imperial, whole Imperial push was stopped by only one flanker.
It's looking interesting. It's a bit odd how slow Imperial have kind of made that engagement so far. They took so long to kind of make this push. I don't know why. I don't get Imperial sometimes. Like they either push so fast and aggressive to where you get absolutely smothered and put down, or they play super slow and reserved, and then they just do the first step. Look at them now. They're now all going together. This is just what I mean. They have that random code word now. Instantly they're now pushing in. They're all stacked together, going in twos, getting themselves ready. And then we're going to wait for another 2 minutes for them to decide when to push down the stairs. And then after those 2 minutes, that's when chaos kicks off again.
Okay, at this point,
It just is.
for boss fight, it might be best for someone to just pop out, rattle things up.
It's
Because
just
like,
what I said.
yeah, like waiting in, that is a good strategy. Imperial might be, and I'm pretty sure they are looking for someone to pop out, but waiting, that's just playing into Imperial's hand. Wait, what?
Phantom?
just
Phantom?
Okay,
And-
take this stuff out of my body.
What, how's he alive? What? What? But the what? Phantom the what? He's dead, but he's speaking.
Oh, so wait. So he knifed Grace. Oh wait, was it Gray?
It's
No, it's not Gray. It's Abato.
Abato's speaking.
Okay, yeah.
What?
Just restart your headset, man.
Call a bloody poltergeist. This guy's still alive after death. What is going on here?
Don't wait. Yeah, alright.
What is going on? How's he speaking?
Okay.
Is he
Close your headset and restart.
is he not dead? What is going on? How is he not dead? Is he dead? Are you dead?
Okay, this is getting complicated. But anyway, let's focus on the match if we can.
His player model, he hasn't dropped his stuff. His player model is still holding onto his flashbang and gun. His Yuto hasn't. What is going on? Honestly, right. Ninja, as you're in the chat, Ninja Salad, please explain to me what on earth has just occurred. What demon has taken control of Abato here? I need to know.
Oh, it's actually I think Abato disconnected this time on purpose. I think.
40 seconds remaining.
Okay.
What is Imperial doing? I don't get. They've wasted the entire time, and now they're going to push up in the first 30 seconds. There you go. See, Radiohead, you're smart. Just Leo is going to put down someone in a second. That was a C4. That was a flash. Double nade, taking out Mantis and Radarhead. I'm going for that cap. Phantom. Oh.
Scooby is returning. Scooby is turning back. Sayonara also returned.
Oh,
No,
what a
they managed to patch it all out.
what a result.
All through that confusion. Yeah, all through that confusion. It seems Imperial did manage to hold things together and push it out.
Despite my 700 hours of Onward game time, I have never seen someone get murdered yet still be alive. I'm going to need a poltergeist and a priest to come down here because why am I screaming out a poltergeist? That's not going to help me here. We need a priest.
Bringing a poltergeist here will just make things worse.
Poltergeist is only going
Why
to
are
make
you calling
things
him?
worse. I don't know. I messed up the hotline. I called 1-800-poltergeist instead of 1-800-priest.com.uk. I've lost it. Onward at this point has just made me question my life choices. I've never witnessed things like this before, and here we are. Anyway, hopefully Gray will be joining. Gray is back in the lobby. Should be starting very shortly, but I thought Phantom just accidentally murdered him as well. Oh, what? I don't know. Ninsu, have I been drinking too much coffee, or have I completely lost the plot at this point?
No, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure you're still intact.
Intact.
Yeah.
When you have to establish that I'm still intact, I don't know if that's a good thing.
Anyway, we are waiting for the next round to begin. This time Imperial will be on the defense. Boss White will be pushing in to this OBJ. The previous round, we've seen that the defenders mainly concentrating on the lower level, not sending anyone up to the first floor to check things out.
I said chain fed.
So we'll have to see how this turns out this time.
Make noise, ignore it.
For everybody on the cast now, you just see that it's going to be 3 minutes of just pure silence. Teams are getting ready. Yo is kind of going a bit aggressive here. Look, Yo, you're playing dirty, my friend. He's pushing up fast and hard. He's going to get into an engagement with Snooper. Who's going to win this battle, Snooper or Legill? That was a flash, that was a smoke.
Leo is actually up on the first floor. And I think Radarhead Radar and Little Sayonara quickly refrags
Echo
it.
4, base 4.
Leo, so technically it's 1-1 down. 4 vs 4. Though by taking Leo down, Boss Fight did get a free access to the back of the ship. So they can push in from both sides, front and back.
Hello there. Snooper just said hello there to Legil and put him out. Gonna be left down to a 4v3. Mantis, Scooby-Doo, and Little Sayonara now putting more aggression onto Imperial. We're going to be seeing Scooby-Doo and Little Sayonara trying to go for that south. Nope, they're not. Scooby-Doo's coming back. Never mind, he's not coming back. He ain't coming back. Oh, and he's coming back. He's not coming back. Scooby-Doo is just playing with us, trying to make us decide which doorway is going to be coming out of next, being chased by the monster. As we see Mantis now in the left side box, being joined by Scooby-Doo. Are going to be waiting to see how Boss Fight are going to be pushing this.
Right. Okay, it seems Boss Fight
Why did
are
you,
waiting for the moment.
Scooby-Doo, why did you just stack 2 flashbangs? Okay, I'm so lost. As we're now waiting on Boss Fight, it does appear that Sayonara is who they're waiting on here.
Indeed, Sayonara is pushing from the back of the ship. And I'm pretty sure he'll be able to do some damage.
I think what their plan is, they're gonna wait for Sayonara to come behind, and then while Scooby-Doo makes a distraction,
Oh yeah.
Sayonara is going to make some noise and kill them.
Yeah, Sayonara is moving, trying not to make any noises there.
God, how many flashbangs are they gonna throw into one choke point?
Okay, that entrance has now been totally covered by smoke.
Sayonara now creeping up behind. How many smokes are gonna come out? Sayonara does take out one. Oh, down goes a
Do
Bodo.
we take out a Pato?
He's coming, zooming around. We'll be taking out Scooby-Doo. Might be taking out Sayonara. Does get tagged. Mantis is to his left. Will be taken out by Mantis. Leaving it up to MK Snooper. But who's going to be popped out by Little Sayonara? That's down to a 2-2 score. It is looking good so far, and I have 15 minutes remaining. Can we run it down and then? I do not believe so.
2-2-2.
I have a strong suspicion that I am going to barely be able to capture the last few rounds, and then there's not going to be enough time for an outro of the cast. So you know what, right now, as most likely I'm going to have to disconnect because of some dodgy internet I have, I just want to say thank you all for tuning into the Onward VRMLs. I'm not ended now. I'm just gonna get the outro out of the way. Might as well get it out of the way before it cuts off early. But we're gonna continue. We're gonna keep going until it stops. But until then, Minsu will probably, hopefully, jump in for me if there's a few more rounds. But if not, we'll probably end it off here. But you have to just kind of say goodbye. If it does cut off, and we do finish the final rounds, huge shout out to all the sponsors, of course, mentioned. Thank you to all for sponsoring the league, and thank you all for attending into the semi-finals, as we'll be watching Imperial and Boss Fight battle it out for a chance to play in the finals to win the prize pool. But I say it's a bit of a bad circumstance. There's a bit of a
Okay.
I'm just laughing about the messages. We need a podcast.
And it seems Salad has some things to show to you.
You have things to show me. I've never felt so at all concerned about that message, but here we are, and we are going to be starting into the fifth round.
Okay, and this OBJ. Oh, this is interesting.
It's gonna
Okay,
be
this
good.
is also one of those OBJs. Once heavily smoked, it's relatively easy to punch the codes in, but you should be really... Yeah, defenses usually take advantage of these bulletproof glasses, or let's say whatever proof glasses, because I'm pretty sure I tested some RPGs onto that window and it didn't break.
Holy, what is going on here?
Okay, OBJ is heavily smoked. Imperial definitely going to aim for a cap here.
No way. Oh, okay, unfortunate. I was gonna say no way, and I was like,
You
oh,
know,
okay.
Once Mantis is out, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, what is
Oh,
going
that
on
flashes
here?
are doing
Mantis
something.
and Grey are both flashed. What is going on? It is
Radar
utter
catches
chaos.
Mantis catches Grey first. Leo takes a radar head.
What is going on?
Takes Mantis out.
What is going on?
And all of a sudden, we are facing a 2-3 situation. Now the smokes are all gone.
What has happened? I'm so lost.
I really think that tactic was amazing from boss fights. So technically they had someone pushing out and then all of his teammates behind were throwing flashes for him. And well, he actually had a free access to... Let's say it was more like a buffet. He could like choose whatever he'd like there, but... Leo takes Snooper out, which means Leo is the last remaining Marsoc player here.
I'm so fearful about Ninja's statement. We have so much stuff to show you. I am so worried. Leo now kind of stuck in a 1v3. He has the pain of knowing that he has kind of a bad situation to be stuck in. He has to kind of hope that they get aggressive on him. I guess his best opportunity now would kind of rush on the right side. Oh, did spot Legil. Might be able to go left and spot Legil here. Oh.
He is breaking through, and I might say Sayonara is a little behind. That window really is, you know, sooner or later that window is going to make someone. Well, I'm pretty sure you get the point. Gooby is actually pushing out a little. No, he tucks back in.
Yo, hello. This might be over. Legil might surprise. Oh.
Or it could go the other way.
Oh
my god.
C4 knocking out Leo, putting him cold to the floor. And that is going to be the third point, going for boss fight. What a C4 toss. Holy
That
smokes.
really was
That was a rude
actions
C4.
performed by both teams. Oh, you're talking
Yeah,
C4.
the C4. That's what I'm sort of talking. What actually happened during that round? For like the first 1 minute, I have no idea. It was carnage. There was so many smokes. There was multiple flashbangs going off. I was watching like the POV of 6 people as they died or got refragged or got a kill. And then, I don't know. Onward genuinely makes me question what is happening. But
Well, to recall the things a little, it seemed to me Imperial was going for a cap there, and they heavily smoked the whole area. Was good, was working well, until the boss fight started throwing some flashes at them. And I might say not some. I think they... And just like that, someone was pushing out from the boss fight side. His teammates were throwing flashes for him, and from then on, it was like... Well, it was pretty much like a buffet for him. Just set for him. He could just pick on anyone on the Imperial side.
We buffet. Radar heads.
I'll take
Handing
it
out
first,
smokes.
I'll take it first,
Boss fight are getting ready for this. They want to win this. Imperial, they are scared. They are trying their best to not lose this.
How we always hold this, guys. Come on. Everyday work. Don't let them creep
And
up. Don't let
here we go. The round that could be the last.
too much unless they're on the cap.
Hope for the last round because I have a.
Oh, come
Things-
on.
No,
Keep
I-
Imperial like
I believe I was voting for Imperial's entire time, but after this, I don't know who to believe in.
Okay, this is going quite similar. Some early smokes being thrown by boss fights.
Counter
And
flashes.
yeah, Imperial throws some counter flashes.
Oh, Abono almost gets murdered.
Lot of smoke, guys. Keep it
Think
quiet.
some more smokes, a flash. Obato is definitely blind.
There's so many flashbang. This is just a game of utility at this point. One goes grey from radar. Watching just from this angle just captures just the amount of crap occurring. It's just so many people are kind of watching these angles. So much stuff is going on.
Really, lots going on right now, and it's pretty chaotic for us to see. And well, just think about it, those players down there.
Players having to experience this in person, but